What if I told you that the story of Bonnie and Clyde is far more complex than just a tale of two outlaws on the run? Bonnie and Clyde were more than just outlaws. They were a symbol of rebellion and romance during one of America's most challenging times. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, a duo that captivated America with their daring escapades and tragic love story. A duo that captivated America. But behind the legend lies a story of desperation and danger. A tale that reflects the harsh realities of the era they lived in. Lies a story of desperation and danger. The Great Depression was their backdrop, a time when the American dream seemed out of reach for many. The Great Depression was their backdrop, a time when jobs were scarce and hope was scarcer. People were struggling to survive and the economic collapse left many feeling hopeless. A time when jobs were scarce and hope was scarcer. In this bleak landscape, Bonnie and Clyde's story began to unfold. Bonnie, a waitress with dreams of Hollywood, found herself trapped in a life of poverty and limited opportunities. Clyde, a small-time crook with a knack for trouble, was already familiar with the criminal underworld. They met in 1930 and it was electric. Sparks flew and their connection was immediate and intense, and so did bullets. Their love story was intertwined with a series of daring crimes that would make them infamous. They robbed banks, stores and gas stations, always managing to stay one step ahead of the law. Always one step ahead of the law. Their audacious heists and narrow escapes made headlines, turning them into folk heroes for some and villains for others. But it wasn't just romance and rebellion. Their lives were marked by violence and fear, a constant struggle to survive. Their lives were marked by violence and fear. They were constantly on the move, never able to settle, never able to trust anyone. They were constantly on the move, driving through the back roads of America, always looking over their shoulders. Never able to settle, never able to trust. Their life on the run was filled with tension and uncertainty, a relentless pursuit of freedom that seemed always just out of reach. Their crime spree lasted 2 years, a whirlwind of robberies, shootouts and close calls. But their legend has lasted decades. The public was fascinated by their story, and they became a symbol of defiance against a system that many felt had failed them. In the end, they were ambushed by the police, their lives ending in a hail of bullets on a lonely road in Louisiana. A hail of bullets ending their run. Bonnie and Clyde, immortalized in songs, movies and books, became legends of American folklore. Immortalized in songs, movies and books. But remember, behind every legend there's a real story, often much darker than it seems. Behind every legend there's a real story filled with pain, struggle and the harsh realities of life. Often much darker than it seems. The story of Bonnie and Clyde is a reminder of the human cost behind the headlines and the myths. Want more true crime stories? Dive deeper into the lives of those who lived on the edge and discover the truths behind the legends. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the shadows. Join us as we uncover the untold stories of history's most notorious figures.